Alright guys, let's do a recap of the news that I've been following lately. Number one is the Limerock condo development. So, at first the developer proposed 218 condos. This last time he proposed 112. Now, my perspective is that they know that they're going to get knocked down by the town every time they propose something. So they probably started ridiculously high to get knocked down to what everybody's going to agree upon. Where, if they started where everybody agrees upon, they get knocked down to a low number of units. That's most likely what I think is happening. So this doesn't mean that in the future we're not going to see them propose another master plan to develop this area. In fact, they most likely will propose another master plan eventually to develop this spot on Limerock Road. During one of the planning board meetings, 3 local residents made a small group to give a presentation to the planning board. This included Nancy Lancaster, Luigi Solda, and Kathy Lerner. Nancy Lancaster gathered signatures of residents that live in the area of Limerock Road, talking about traffic concerns and safety issues. Luigi Solda, a longtime Smithfield High School teacher, noted that 100% of the residents of this new development would have to vote to allow a school bus to pick up children in their actual residential area, or else it would have to stop on Limerock Road. This could be a safety concern. Kathy Lerner focused on environmental protection and strain on utilities. Frank Ritchie, a student pilot, noted that North Central State Airport, which is very close to this development, trains a lot of student pilots, meaning that they could be at risk for plane crashes here. At the meetings I went to, Councilwoman Rachel Toppy sat in the front row and live streamed it online. So at one point, the developer and his team were speaking, and the crowd would gasp or kind of make oohs or ahs while they were speaking. Not too loud, just a little bit so you would notice. And the planning board president told them to settle down so that way they could have a cordial meeting. And then during public comment, someone named Marcus Pacheco challenged the planning board president's authority to silence the audience, saying that it was violating their First Amendment, their freedom of speech.
So if people want to voice their upset or concern about this case, you kind of don't have the power to stop them. And any attempt to stop them would be deeply illegal in a First Amendment violation.
The planning board president argued that it was his duty to keep the meetings order so that way everybody can speak.
The Church of Mammon here followed their own rules that are laid out in the book that they claim to follow. They would not prioritize money over their neighbors, and they would not prioritize... I'm not a member of that church. That's fine, he represents them.
In other news, the crossing guard at Limerock Road for RC Laperche School was recognized for her positivity in the community. She often waves at cars and smiles at people passing by. In other news, Smithfield School Committee voted not to have the students participate in a survey from the state's Department of Behavioral Health Care. Some of the committee members stated a big reason why is that the anonymous survey makes it so that even if they do find out that somebody needs help, they'll never know who it is, making the test useless. Also stating some kids might just goof off and put on everything, all the issues and suicidal ideations that you can click off on the test, just to get a laugh, and it makes it very misleading to what's actually going on. Town Council President Tassoni had some criticism on the decision, noting that the test could help with substance abuse or help prevent mental health issues.
It's all about that Channel Zero. Let's get it.